Good morning, everybody. Let's continue on from the body type traits and see what else we can find out about those 25 body type traits there are. Let's see, the next one on here is, oh my goodness, I can't pronounce it. It's hypothalamus, hypothalamus traits. The hypothalamus dominant traits are spiritual and mental. A challenge provides a focus necessary for the hypothalamus to go to the depths, immersing themselves into the endeavor, which ultimately develops another trait of themselves to share with the world. Their strong analytical mind of sensitive intuition allows them to excel to the creation of companies, financial empires, or a way of life to benefit first themselves, then mankind. Intestinal traits. The intestinal dominant traits are spiritual and emotional. Expansion is absolutely essential. If intestinals do not expand mentally or emotionally, they will expand physically. Ouch. Restrictive motives motivates them to change. Restriction motivates them to change, forcing them out of an untenable situation into an unknown physical, mental world. It is here where they can generally expand, taking in new experiences and creating an environment which is truly peace on earth. Kidney traits. The kidney dominant traits is physical and emotional. Kidneys are happiest when they can be flexible, when they have choices and can explore new options. Once they have accomplished something and move beyond their perceived limitations, they relax and enjoy those around them until the next challenge arises. To feel fulfilled, the challenges need to be difficult. The challenges need to be different to involve people, allowing the greater flexibility and growth. Liver traits. The liver dominant traits are physical and emotional, and livers is excellent teachers. Emotionally based, supporting on being support by people around them provides motivation to help what life presents. Liver excels when they are united life, putting things together to show flow, passing the wisdom gained by one generation onto the next. The lung traits. The lung dominant traits is physical and emotional. Nurturing, either by nurtured or nurturing someone else, provides lungs with the greatest sense of fulfillment. Emotionally sensitive, the tendency is to project a hard outer shell, or shut down and withdraw when feeling powerless or inadequate. The need for self-expression motivates them to access their creativity, which is often linked to music and physical ways of nurturing those around them. The lymph traits. The lymph's dominant traits is physical and mental. Excitement keeps lymphs moving, active and alive. Without physical and mental stimulation, they become depressed, which in turn brings emotional pain in the surface, and motivates them to move out in their depressed state. Mentally quick and alert. Learning provides a sense of fulfillment. Physically based health and physical attractiveness for a high priority. Excuse me. Hope I can pronounce this one. Medulla traits. The medulla dominant traits are physical and mental. Medullas thrive when they are appreciated. Their patients are sympathetic. Logical approach make them excellent teachers. They appreciate the appreciation of their students keep them motivated, while their strong mental focus and fear of failure keeps them constantly alert and up to date in their field. Nervous system traits. The nervous system dominant traits are physical and mental. Nothing provides a greater source of satisfaction than listening to others. Practical and efficient. They excel when they use their strong mental abilities to gather information and share it with others according to their needs and desires, connecting people with information. The pancreas traits. The pancreas dominant traits is physical and emotional. Pancreas types are truly fulfilled when they feel joy and can share their joy with others. Being emotionally based, there is often a feeling of insecurity when they compare themselves to their mentally based friends, which motivates them to develop their mental side. However, it is emotional energy that keeps an organization running and joy that keeps it humming. Hope I can pronounce this one. Pineal, Pineal, pineal or pineal traits. The pineal or pineal dominant traits is spiritual and mental. Pineals need to have a sense of freedom to feel fulfilled. Ultimate freedom comes from a spiritual aspect and manifests a self-realization. Initiative in the expression of spiritual and one of the gifts of self-realization. Mentally quick and alert. The challenge is to connect with the heart and integrate the emotions. True freedom is only experienced when negative and self-limiting emotional patterns have been cleared. Pituitary. I'm trying this. Put the gland, pituitary gland traits. I'll get it by the time I get done with the paragraph. The pituitary, there you go, pituitary dominant traits are spiritual and mental. The ultimate rewarding experience of the pituitary types is feeling happy. Children learn more in their first 4 years of their lives than the total of everything learned thereafter. And I thought it was the first 3. But the first 4 years of their lives, then the total of everything learned thereafter. With their dominant spiritual connections, pituitaries are able to maintain their wide-eyed innocence of childlike openness throughout their lives. Their strong mental acuity, ACUITY, allows them to take what they learned and use it to assist others so they can feel happy. Skin traits. The skin dominant traits are physical and emotional. There's no greater thrill than discovery, and the most thrilling discoveries are those that emotionally benefit themselves and those around them. Being highly visual, skin likes to express their discoveries in a physical, tangible form, preferably something that feels good. Acutely feeling others' emotions, they like to make others feel good and love being touched. The spleen traits. The spleen dominant traits are physical and mental. They are happiest when they are feeling secure. Being physical, security needs to be tangible, like a big house, money in the bank, a viable project, or having someone physically present. With the strong mental focus, they are excellent organizers and have a tendency to see that even huge events come out right. The stomach traits. The stomach dominant traits are physical and mental. Stomachs love a challenge. Any challenge will do, as their ultimate sense of fulfillment comes from accomplishment. The strong mental focus and the physical power behind it makes them extremely passionate about whatever challenge happens to be within their focus. Their desire to please opens the door to emotional sensitivity. Connecting with their spiritual side focuses their tremendous mental and physical energy. And I only have 3 left. I know it's a little long, but I'm going to finish this. Thalamus traits. The thalamus dominant trait is spiritual and mental. The thalamus type is fulfilled by being rather than doing. Their greatest satisfaction comes from being effective or being worthwhile, while their expressions more internal and external. With a strong mental sense, they love to gather information and file it away for future reference, so research is second nature to them. Their dominant spiritual trait is reflected in the strong auditory sense, making them highly responsive to music and sensitive to sound. The thymus traits. The thymus dominant traits is physical and mental. The thymus body type is fulfilled by meeting a personal challenge, being extremely protective of their own. The challenge is often initiated by physical pain. Physically and mentally oriented, they can be quite pragmatic in their approach to life. The challenge is to integrate the spiritual and emotional traits, moving from judgment to unconditional love and acceptance, perfection in this lifetime. And last but not least, the thyroid traits. The thyroid dominant traits is spiritual and mental. For an activity to be rewarding, it needs to be worthwhile, meaning it makes the worthwhile contribution to someone with humility in general. At home, in their heads, thyroid's contributions are to take the information they are gathered from the spiritual and mental realms and express it in ways to help humanity. By bridging the gap between the head and the heart, they physically express the spiritual, and to fulfill their destiny, thyroids need to share their discoveries. And it says here, the 25 body type system. There are 25 different body types that unique nutritional and exercise needs, the personality profiles as determined on the dominant gland, organ, and system of the body. You can now determine your body type using the online test found at www.bodytype.com. Select women's tests or men's tests. And that's your homework for today. I'll put the website in the description. You go in there and do it and see what your body type is. And I'll do the same thing. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you do your homework and comment what you want in the comments. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Ta-ta!